We had this trade right here with the Suns and the Jazz. A little while ago, it was pretty much about draft picks. So the Jazz got a 2031 first round pick, and the Suns got three first round pick swaps of 2025, 2027, and 2029. So what does this mean? I'm not really sure. I think the Jazz think that the Suns are going to be bad in 2031, so that's why they trade, or the Suns are trying to get Jimmy Butler. But still, nothing's happening. We're not sure what's going on with Jimmy Butler. There's been a lot of teams who want Jimmy Butler, but he really only wants to go to the Suns. Like, dude, there's teams willing to give you the contract and who have a good team that can help you get to the NBA Finals. And one of the teams that I think would have maybe benefited pretty well with the Jimmy Butler trade is the Golden State Warriors. I think they would have definitely benefited easily for that because Jimmy Butler would help Stephen Curry. You need another star. Stephen Curry is like pretty much the only star. Draymond Green, not really. But yeah, it just doesn't make any sense why Jimmy Butler doesn't want to at least join the Warriors, but his only preferred place will go to the Suns. Doesn't make any sense. So we're not sure what's going on with the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler right now. Jimmy Butler is still suspended. So I think his last game in the Heat was the last game he played. Who knows? Yeah, but just gotta waiting to see about Jimmy Butler. Now, as for other trades that happened, the Utah Jazz and LA Clippers traded pretty, somewhat talked about trade ish. You want to say the Jazz got PJ Tucker, Mo Bamba, and LA Clipper for future second round pick, but it sounds like Mo Bamba and PJ Tucker are not going to be on the team anymore. It sounds like I think they let go Mo Bamba. I'm not really sure. It sounds like they let go one of the players, but they got a future second round pick out of it. Not bad. But the Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills went to the Clippers. That's something that's kind of interesting, though. Like, why would you get rid of Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills just for one second round pick if you're going to let go PJ Tucker and Mo Bamba? Kind of silly. Really. Kind of silly. Because I thought they would at least get two second round picks, something good. But if you're gonna let go PJ Tucker and or Mo Bamba, not a good look. And I think the Clippers won this trade, because I don't know. I just think they did. What do you get out of this Utah? Just more draft picks, I guess. But it's only one. But the one is most talked about trade that happened was the Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis trade. This one was shocking. I woke up, I'm like, huh? My friend messaged me, was like, yo, they traded Luka. What is this? This is really confusing. Like, you had a Luka Doncic, an all-star player, a player who helped you get to the NBA Finals, to pretty much trade him away. And they're saying it's because of his weight. I looked at pictures. His weight isn't that bad. It's not 270 pounds, bro. They must either be lying or they really just haven't had that good relationship with Luka. But Luka said everything was fine. He bought a home in Dallas for like 8 years, something like that. And he thought he was going to be a Maverick his whole career. Like, that's why he bought that home. And even the fans thought he was going to be the franchise cornerstone, but for some reason, it sounds like the Dallas Mavericks are money greedy. Money greedy. They don't want to pay Luka this big contract. They want to focus on something different. And the Mavs fans are upset, and I don't blame them. That's really, really, really messed up. Like, why do this? He's 25 years old. He's not even in his prime yet, and you get rid of him? for Anthony Davis, the guy who's injury prone. I know Luka somewhat is injury prone, but Anthony Davis is pretty much in his like mid to late 30s. Well, early to mid 30s, and you don't know how long you're gonna have him. He might be injured again. Doesn't make any sense. So I think it's the Mavs messed up. Mark Cuban was even confused, like, huh? Because he's not the main owner for that team anymore. He's like the partial owner, so he's not in charge of all the moves. But he would never done that. So since he's not the owner anymore, he can't veto it. But the Lakers, they get Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. So what this helps the Lakers is they have a future star. Luka going to be their cornerstone for the franchise after LeBron leaves. Then you get Maxey, which I don't think he's going to really be there. It sounds like right now he's injured. He might not play for a while, so we're not really sure what's going on with him. And Markieff Morris, solid bench player. They might keep him, I'm guessing. So Lakers somewhat did, alright. It doesn't help you right now because you have no center, but it does help you for future, and beyond with having Luka on your team instead of trying to draft a player, get a player from free agent to join the Lakers. So yeah, that's the only good thing about it. It's just Luka's there for the future. But right now, we're not sure what's going on with the center position for the Lakers. Just gotta wait and see. They might trade a player. They might draft a player coming up. We're not sure about the whole center position because if they're gonna make the playoffs right now, they need to get a center right now, free agent or trading, which we don't know. But as for the Mavs, they get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a Los Angeles Lakers 2029 first round pick. So what this means is that you get more defense on your team. Anthony Davis doesn't have to play center anymore because they have Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. So he can focus on the power forward position, which he always wanted to focus on, which the Lakers were not willing to do. I do not know why. You could have brought back Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee, but you kept putting him as center, which makes no sense. He doesn't want to be in that position. And he's much better in power forward, to be honest. So adding Anthony Davis, better defense, makes the Mavs even more scary because you have Kyrie Irving, PJ Washington, who else? Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford, Daniel Lively if he comes back. And then whoever the shooting guard position, I think it might be Spencer Dinwiddie or Max Christie. Who knows? But really good for Anthony Davis. Now, as for Max Christie, I think he's a really good player. If you saw recently, he dropped, I think, like 15 or something points. I think he only played 22 minutes. Really good. And he's a young and upcoming player. I know the Lakers didn't really use him properly, but I see something in him. He definitely is a good player that the Mavs got. And you get the Los Angeles Lakers 2029 first round pick. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad for a deal for the Mavs. Now, as for the Jazz, they get Jalen H. I don't know what this guy's name is. And two second round picks. I think of this year's NBA draft. It doesn't really tell me what year it is. No. So what this means is that they needed a third team to join the mix of the Anthony Davis and Luka trade. So the Jazz get 2 picks. So the Jazz, they're doing something very interesting. They got 2 second round picks for one trade, another second round pick, another trade. That's like 3 second round picks, and then a first round pick for another trade. Yeah, 4 picks. I think they're trying to turn into the OKC Thunder or Brooklyn Nets with these picks. But if you're going to have these picks, you might as well start trading for some of these all-star players. I would if I were them, to be honest. But if I had to choose who won this trade, I would say the Mavs. Yes, you can say Luka, come on, it's Luka. Yes, but it's right now. Because you have Anthony Davis, Max is pretty good player, and then they get a Los Angeles 2029 first round pick, which, we're not sure the Lakers are going to do well in 2029 since, that's how the Lakers are sometimes. But I think the Mavs won this trade right now. But for future, I would say the Lakers for sure. Kaluka. Yeah. Now, what other trades? Another shocking trade is the 3-team deal of this one of Darren Fox. This one, Fox was willing to go to the Spurs. He wanted to go to the Spurs, sign an extension with them, because that's the only team he would, and he got it. As you saw in my last podcast, I agree that he should go to the Spurs. Is a perfect fit, and he got it. So the 3-team deal that includes the Kings and the Bulls with the Spurs. So, like I said, the Spurs get Fox and McCullen, yeah, Jay McCullen, if I said it right. I don't know who this guy is. That's with him. So this helps the Spurs be even more of a playoff team. Maybe a 7th seed, 6th seed, who knows? But I don't think they're going to be a play-in team right now. I think they're more likely a playoff team because you add Fox, who's going to be that playmaking player that can replace Chris Paul, since Chris Paul will be going to the bench, and he will make the team even more deadly. So I like this. I like this for the Spurs, and he will sign an extension, like I said. As for the Kings, they get Zach LaVine, some guys named City, 3 first-round picks, and 3 second-round picks. This one was a steal, bro. The Kings not only replace Fox and still be a playoff team, but they still get 6 picks. 6 picks. And another player who I don't know who it is. I don't know this guy. But 6 picks and Zach LaVine and a player. I think the reason why they did the 6 picks because they want the Kings to take on Zach LaVine's contract, which I kind of see it. But then again, 6 picks. Oof. And then next up, we got the Kevin Huerter and Trey Jones, Zach Collins, and 2025 first round pick to the Bulls. That's not good. Let's go back to the Kings. This really, like I said, this really helps the Kings be a playoff team still. You replace Fox with LaVine, and you got the picks. Now, for the Bulls, it's not the greatest deal, but what else are they going to do? What else are they going to do? You can't really, you can't really get anything better than that because Zach LaVine's contract a lot. His injury prone of a player is kind of hinders a lot of teams. But to be honest, though, you could have gotten a little better trade than that, honestly. So Kevin Huerter is a good bench piece as well as Trey Jones. Trey Jones is still young, but I don't think he will start yet. Maybe in the future. And Zach Collins, I'm not sure what to deal with him. And then the first round pick of 2025, it's something. It's not top 10. It's more likely like the teens or the 20s. So it's not going to be worth anything major. So it is what it is. The Bulls get out of the contract of Zach LaVine and hinders the team. And the Bulls are going to start rebuilding now. Now, we're not sure what's going on with Vucevic. Sounds like he might be traded to the Warriors. Who knows? But we just got to wait and see. Any updates? Anything else happened? Nope, nothing else happened in the NBA. Then we got, pick swaps of the Hornets and Thunder. The Hornets get a Phoenix 2029 second round pick. And the Thunder get a Denver 2030 second round pick. Random. Really random. Then we got another trade that happened yesterday was Quentin Grimes, which will be a free agent in the summertime, and a Philadelphia 2025 second round pick that they get from the Mavs, as the Mavs get Caleb Martin. So what this helps with the 76ers is really, I guess, an extra piece just to play around with before he's a free agent. Might keep him, who knows, for Quentin Grimes. And then you got Philadelphia 2025 second round pick. So they'll get their pick back. Who knows? We're looking to use that pick. No idea this draft class. I'm not sure how good they are. I gotta look more into it. Now, as for Caleb Martin, this is a good move for the Mavs. They get another depth piece to pretty much put in the small forward position. Not bad for just a simple trade. Something that will help each other a little bit. Now, a trade that happened 3 hours ago was the Milwaukee Bucks and Utah Jazz, and they trade, shocking, these two players. Well, one of it was, the other one wasn't. Was Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, and Milwaukee's first round pick swap to the Washington Wizards. The Bucks get Kyle Kuzma, Patrick Baldwin, and future second round pick. Oof, wow. So what this does is, for Milwaukee, you get a depth piece in Kyle Kuzma. He will help a lot in the depth department. They already have Terrence Prince as the starter, so we're not sure. Maybe they'll put Kyle Kuzma in the starter a little while later. Not really sure, but who knows. As for Patrick Baldwin, don't know a whole lot about him. Yes, he's a young piece that they can just use for depth option. Then you got future second round picks. I'm not sure how many picks they were, but it just said future second RPS, so it's more than one second round picks. So that's not bad. I mean, I think the Bucks wanted to move on from Middleton. I feel like Middleton was declining, so they had to get rid of him. I know Middleton was in the organization for so many years, which stinks. But if you saw how he's been playing this year as well as last year, he was declining, and I kind of agree with the Bucks to do this, to get a much younger player in Kuzma, a little bit younger in Kuzma than in Middleton. And, Middleton's just not what he once was because of the injuries. Now, for DC, they get Middleton, a decent player, might be starting, who knows. But what I like about this the most is A.J. Johnson. A.J. Johnson played in a game, I think it was like yesterday or the other day. Did really good. I think he had like 12 points or something, 5 rebounds or 3 assists, something like that. And he's a good upcoming player. I think that's a really good move for the Wizards to get A.J. Johnson. Now, as for the Milwaukee first round pick swap, it's a pick. Whatever. You get rid of Kyle Kuzma, who's been kind of toxic in your organization, not really doing nothing. So, I just find it really weird that you really, brought in Kyle Kuzma as your face of the franchise, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. It was weird. And then you bring in Jordan Poole, which I don't know what's going on with him, but he might be traded soon. Who knows? Interesting, man. Interesting how the NBA works. And then, what else? Little small deals here and there. KJ Martin and Milwaukee second round, my bad. Milwaukee 2027 second round pick and Dallas 2031 second round pick is going to Detroit. The 76ers are getting out of the tax threshold and $8 million trade exemption. So, not sure what the 76ers are doing. It sounds like they might try to maybe make a trade, Paul George out, maybe have more cap space to get someone in the summertime. I don't know. Who knows? KJ Martin did owe I think $8 million or something like that. So, not sure why they did this. As for the one more trade that happened an hour ago, it's Jaden Springer and Boston 2030 second round pick to Houston, as Boston get future pro second round pick, which I don't know what that means. Oh, projection, my bad. Future projection second round pick, my fault. And then cleared tax $16 million and $4.0 million trade accession. So sounds like they're just gonna free up money too, and just like do what Philly does, trying to get someone free agency maybe. Who knows? But I mean, interesting trade, I guess. What else? What else? What else in the NBA? Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, there's really nothing else going on